You wake before the city has fully chosen the day, not because of noise, not because of fear. You wake because something in the air feels slightly wrong. The room is warm from the trapped Roman night. Linen brushes your skin. Fine dust rests in the cracks of the floor. Somewhere beyond the wall, a cart rolls over stone. A jar is lifted. A voice crosses a courtyard. For a few fragile seconds, Pompeii still sounds like a city that believes it has tomorrow. You lie still and listen. The house holds the heat of yesterday. The smell of oil, clay, and dry plaster lingers in the room. Light slips softly through the opening. It should feel ordinary. It almost does. But beneath the ordinary life of the morning, there is a tension too thin to name. A pressure that seems to sit behind every sound. You rise slowly. Your bare feet touch the floor. Warm in one place, cool in another. You move toward the doorway and glance outside. Neighbors are already awake. Someone is sweeping dust from a threshold. Someone is calling for water. Someone is adjusting a bundle near a wall. Nothing is running. Nothing is screaming. That is what makes it worse. The morning is continuing with the careless confidence of people who still think the day belongs to them. Then the first tremor moves through the house. Not violent, not enough to throw you down. Only a brief shiver through the stone beneath your feet. A cup trembles. Dust slips from a beam. The movement is so small that for one foolish moment you almost doubt it happened at all. You look toward the mountain. Vesuvius stands beneath the bright sky like it always has. But above it now, something is rising. A dark shape, too large to be cloud, too heavy to be smoke from any ordinary fire. It climbs upward with a terrible slowness, as if the sky is being stained from within. A sound follows. Distant. Istis. Nanimovitu es. Tistirais. Kadekis. Neb. Nandens. Esode. Yempest. Not thunder, not collapse. Something older. Something that feels less like a noise and more like a decision. Then ash begins to fall. At first, it is only a few pale grains drifting through the light. They settle on the stone, on your arm, on the doorway. You touch them with your fingers and feel how dry they are, how soft, how wrung. Outside, people are looking up now. The street has changed, not into panic yet, into hesitation. More ash falls. It gathers on rooftops. It drifts into open courtyards. It coats hair, shoulders, jars, steps. The sunlight grows weaker, not because the day is ending, but because the mountain has begun to take the sky away. Someone calls your name from inside the house. You turn at once. Your mother is trying to stand. Her face is tight with fear she has not yet spoken aloud. You move to her and take her arm. Another tremor passes beneath you, stronger now. The wall gives a dry crack. Dust spills from above. Outside, voices rise. All at once, not one cry, many. The terrible sound of a city understanding too late. You lead her toward the street. But the street is no longer a path. It is confusion. Falling grit, shouted names. Sandals, scraping stone. People clutching children. People dragging bundles they will soon abandon. The air is thicker now. Each breath carries ash into the mouth, into the throat, into the lungs. Pumice begins to strike the rooftops. First, like scattered pebbles, then harder. A thousand dry impacts rattling across the city. Tile breaks somewhere nearby. A mule screams. Someone stumbles to their knees and does not get up at once. You pull your mother closer. Her hand closes around your wrist with sudden force. The light is wrong now. It is still day, but day has been wounded. The sky over Pompeii is turning into a ceiling of ash and stone. Vesuvius no longer looks like a mountain. It looks like the source of the end of the world. You want to believe you still have time. Time to reach shelter. Time to choose the right street. Time to keep one human life safe against what is falling from the sky. But the city around you is already being buried one breath at a time. And that is the final horror. Not simply that death is coming, but that it arrives while the jars are still warm, while doors still stand open, while voices are still calling from one house to the next, and while your hand is still holding someone you love as Pompeii disappears under a sky of ash.